Hi there. Sorry, didn't realize I was live. Good day, everybody. HR Diaries with another very tiny, small episode. This time, I've got a question for you. What are you doing nowadays? And how is it different from what you were doing a year ago from today? I would really like to hear your comments. And, as we get comments from people, maybe we can have our next session, which will discuss on that. I, for one, if I compare myself to the same day last year, I mean, I was sitting in my office working from there. I'm lucky to still have a job. I'm working. Wonderful colleagues, wonderful company. But at the same time, I'm working from home now. A lot of things have changed. So, a lot of times when you're working from home and you're on a conference call, especially like me, where you talk to people all around the globe and you're on a video call, my kids would just come in and sort of take a peek from the side to see what's going on. So you like see somebody coming in right from the side, going, oh, hello, and then running off. So it happens a lot. So that's one of the things that's different. Another thing is that being at home, I've had to force myself to a certain discipline. Um, I think that kind of discipline when you're working outside the premises of your home comes naturally because you're bound by certain rules and policies. And being HR professionals, we do understand things like penalties for being tardy, late, leave deduction, and so on. So if we were to summarize that into one thing, would say that yes, after a certain amount of time, people get used to it and people get aligned or unfairly using a term institutionalized. Uh, I know you're going to hate me for this, but I'll move on quickly. So I had to force myself into a routine. So I tried to make it a point to wake up at a certain time, to take calls at a certain time. I've got a lot of US engagements, so I know 6 p.m. onwards I'm going to be really busy, maybe until midnight or so. So I end up starting up my office hours a little later in the day. Uh, so while my company is quite flexible in allowing me that, I too had to make certain changes in my life to accommodate that. And while I see around me in my home, my kids have been doing online learning with their school for the last, 9 months, 10 months now. And when I look at that, I mean, kudos to all the kids out there too. I mean, being a kid and not being outside, not playing with your friends or garden or the playground and all that, I mean, it's difficult. You got to give them that. Um, I remember my father remarking that, what we, as in them or my generation, we did play outside. We saw all of that. We're fearful now for the younger lot who are trapped indoors. So, anyways, but that's a thought. So, I would say for me, that's something that's happened. What about you? I would love to know. I mean, honestly speaking, I would love to know what's going on your end. Um, how things have changed if you were to talk about 1 year ago today and right where you are, maybe even this time. Um, so do share that, and I look forward to your comments. And maybe in our next session we can discuss those comments. And also, I would like to do a live session. So maybe if people could suggest, a time when we could hook up online live, maybe on Instagram or on YouTube, and we could have a session which is a little more responsive. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll be back very soon with another episode of HR Diaries. Goodbye.